Hey guys, we're here at Ehsan's vision of unity and peace, and we're going to show you his art gallery. He's been working on these paintings for about 20 years. He's done about 2,000 double-sided paintings that eventually are going to turn into a huge collage. So we're going to show it off, we're going to check out the gallery and learn about the man behind the art. Ehsan, how you
Brian,
doing?
welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Brian,
Welcome.
nice to meet you.
My wife.
Hi Christine. Nick, nice to meet you. Happy
Nick.
Friday, guys. Happy Friday.
Welcome. Yes.
All right, so you want to show us around, talk to us a little bit about your vision?
Absolutely. Well, today is also a reveal day for you. I know
right.
you came here last time and we did a custom work for you. I've been working on it for 2.5 weeks right now, almost 3 weeks now.
Perfect.
You haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah,
right?
So it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see it. We actually kind of collaborated on it together, so maybe we can talk about that too, and the inspiration behind the painting that we're creating. But more so, I really want to know about your plans with the Great Park. So
we'll talk about that too. Absolutely. Perfect. A lot of us are very concerned about all the wars and mass destructions and turmoil on and on and on is going on when we look around the globe. And what I have to do is I create art to inspire global peace. What I mean by that is for the last 19 years, I've been on this project, a collection of 2,000 painting installation. When you put these 2,000 paintings together, you're going to turn to the world's largest peace painting. Everything that you see here is actually part of those fractions.
Yeah.
For example, this is one of those 2,000 paintings.
Yeah.
Abstract face, this is called I See You. That's pretty much what this is called. You see the white stripe going on here?
Yeah.
Now just keep in mind, they're double-sided. This is the front side. Come on, let's look at the back side.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
This is the back side. Everything that you see, every one of these paintings, when they're fully framed, they're going to be double-sided. We have the front side, and then we have the back side. Now, it's a combination of abstract faces and country flags. When we put them all together, it's going to turn to this. This painting right here goes right here. Is this little square right here. When all of these abstract faces, when all of these countries become one unit, you will see the contemporary peace sign, you will see the ancient peace sign, the dove and the olive branch. That's what ultimately this message is about. It's called Vision of Unity.
Love it.
The whole message is, in order for us to move toward peace, global peace, is through oneness, through recognizing we are one human family. No matter where we're coming from, no matter what ethnicity, nationality, no matter what country you're coming from, religion, culture, doesn't matter. We are all connected. When we truly authentically recognize that, then peace is possible. You just don't go kill your brother and sister, mother, father. You just don't do that.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what this art is about.
And
go ahead.
What inspired you to come up with this and to decide to move that route towards peace and unity?
I was about 4 or 5 years old, born and raised in Sweden,
Yeah.
and visited my grandparents' house in Iran.
Yeah.
And I remember one night, there were sirens and there were airplanes bombing the city.
Yeah.
That traumatic experience led me through this whole journey of asking what's going on.
Yeah.
Why? And then we look at the human history as the beginning till now, there's always been war.
Yeah.
Mass destruction, war, killing. It's just happening right now.
Yeah.
Right now, the conflict in Iran, all those chaos that is going on,
Yeah.
the Ukraine, Russia war, and there's so many other things going on a consistent basis. And this is not something new. And that kind of led me to ask why, and that why gave me a lot of answers. And I said, forget about that, because it was quite depressing answers.
Yeah.
And that kind of led me to ask, is there a way that we can actually experience peace, global peace? The way, when you look at the human history as of the beginning to now, we have evolved in so many topics.
Yeah.
Look, the way we communicate right now, the way we drive, the way we cook, the way we, everything, technology, everything has advanced to so many levels. But
Yeah.
the topic of peace has not. And I thought, why don't I also be one of those artists that can contribute a few steps toward this message? And the message is so clear, oneness. We are one human family.
Love it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And so these paintings, this particular one that you've been working on has been this collage. It's been about almost 20 years now, but you've only got a few left before you're finished, right?
Yes, exactly. I started my parents' garage, was there for 10 years. And 2013, I had a lady, a benefactor, she invested on me, and we are here. I've been here almost 10 years, 11 years right now.
And the branch is what still needs to be completed.
So
exactly.
The olive branch that you're working on. And this is just one side. So for the installation that you guys are working on getting, there's two sides of it, which
Let's look at it. I'm gonna take you there.
Oh, okay.
This painting right here from the back side,
Yeah.
this goes right here. Is this painting right here. Infinite love covering planet Earth. When all of these planets, we look at the whole stars and solar system, they have existed in billions and trillions of years in harmony and peace. Why? Because they follow the nature. When humanity starts following its own nature, with infinite, which is heart-based, we'll see peace in the planet.
Love it. And so each one of these paintings that you have, so this is the ocean right here, and then you've done the sun, you've done all these different stars. It's magical, really.
It's a lot of planning.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
The front side, all of them hand painted.
yeah.
The flags are digitally designed with the map in it. I'm trying to invite artists to paint the flags. The back side is digital. In the future, we will embellish it right now. So right now it's embellished by myself.
And the medium that you're using for this is what?
Acrylic.
Acrylic.
Everything is acrylic. Now, answer to your questions,
Yeah.
yes, there are when we look at the art, we have the flags, we have the eyes, we have the three hearts. These two hearts are these two originals right here.
Yeah. This is beautiful. And it's so hard to be...
This is this one right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's crazy. I really hope we can capture this with the camera, but the texture on these is like, I mean, that's what really did it for me. That got
Right.
me excited about, the look of it, because it's like, it's a great picture, but when you really get close, you can see these fine details, and it's like you've done little designs in here with the texture too, which is just magical.
Thank you. Thank you. I love doing texture. When you look at these, they all started in 2003. They're dated, 03. They're all in groups. This is number 2. This is the second painting that I ever did.
Yeah.
Now, every group, every mother have 9 babies. That's how we call them as a group. So they all come in tens, 167 of them. And then we have the last 14 paintings. The last 14 paintings right here are the last, called the Mission Collection. This is one of them right here. This is Mission 10. It's called Unity and Peace in Action. This is the logo of the big event. What I mean by that, the big event is actually the big walkthrough, the big display that we're going to do for the first time.
Yeah.
Speaking of around Great Park, the conversation that I had with the mayor and the team, they're going to give us a land for us, a huge land, to lay it on the, display it on the ground.
Yeah.
And this is how we're going to look. Imagine that we walk between each one of them, and you can actually have an experience from a close hold.
Yeah.
What I mean by 2,000 of these paintings. This is the back side. They don't even have a map. You can go. Good, Jay. This painting goes right here.
Yeah.
Now, the front side. When you look at it, this is a limited edition.
Yeah.
This painting goes right there. It's one of the last 14.
So as as someone who's coming out and seeing this entire installation and they're walking through it, they can walk through between each part of these and really get a feel of it. They understand where it is. And then they're planning on putting a huge bridge over it as well, right? So you can see the
From
entire...
distance, exactly.
Yeah.
So the conversation that we called, there's 2 ways that we can install it. Either one way, like the monolith,
Yes.
or the walkthrough. This is the first conversation that we have. The first display that we're going to do, we're going to have a land, and we're going to display them in rows, and people can walk in between them. And there's going to be a bridge over here, so you can actually see the peace sign.
Yeah.
And then when you look from the back side of it, this is the back side.
Beautiful. And then eventually, so this is the temporary installation.
Well, come
that
on
you're
over
doing.
here. So yes,
But the real vision behind what you're
Is
doing
this.
is right here.
the first version is the walkthrough, but this is what we want to build. We call this the monolith, the Vision of Unity and Peace Center. Not only are we going to have the size of the whole original, the underneath is going to be 5-level floor structure, like a huge mall, like an auditorium, that people can go in there, any type of activities that inspire global peace.
Yeah.
From spiritual side of it, from a community center, from the goods and product services, from art, all of them, from music, everything. We have a huge programming that can actually people come over there, a sanctuary, a space that you can feel peaceful, and you feel the oneness and unity.
Well, just to be able to get an idea of what this, like the magnitude of this is, I think you had said 40 stories high, right?
This is gonna be, well, the painting itself is about 17 stories.
Oh, okay.
It's about 17 stories, and with the framing and everything, probably about 20, the whole thing from bottom to top is about 25 stories.
Wow. So you could almost see this thing from space, potentially.
You could be, yes.
So this is almost, what it could be is Irvine's version of like our Eiffel Tower, right?
Yes, I talked to the mayor, and when I come across with Irvine people, I say, well, do you guys have a beautiful balloon?
Yeah.
You have this beautiful grass and sport and fields and everything. Everything is really top of the notch.
Yeah.
But end of the day is generic. Everybody can build that.
Yeah.
Do you have an Eiffel Tower? Do you have a Statue of Liberty that will put the city on the map? That's how they just got it, to see the vision. There's a lot of red tape, there's a lot of processes.
Yeah.
So they started saying, how about if we give you land, create some excitement, and from there we just go to the next level.
I love it.
Yeah. And one of the things that we're hoping to do with these centers is that we're going to have places where we can actually cultivate inner peace to make sure that we can have external peace, because we like to say heal people, and hurt people. And so if you have a bunch of people that are hurt, how can we provide them meditation, holistic, services, counseling, etc., so that they can heal themselves, and then we don't have to pass on that trauma to our future generations. So that's the ultimate vision of these, is for us to be able to have a tangible impact on actually not just inspiring peace, but actually providing the tools to make peace possible. So
Love that.
I'm really excited.
That's beautiful. It's really exciting too. I mean, like for me in particular, what I really love about it is it's a place where you can go to. I mean, one, it's going to draw tourism, which is great, but the idea that you have a place where you can go that's all designed, because it's like a top of mind. If it's out of sight, you're not going to think about it. But having something where you can go there and you can just whether it's meditating or whether it's doing your own spiritual work, it's a place where you feel safe, where it's beautiful, and you have that symbol around you to really draw you into to where it's relevant again. The idea of peace and trying to bring people together and harmony, it becomes something where you can feel it all around you, and you can even be inside of it. It's magical.
Brian, this topic of peace, unfortunately, is such a wounded topic.
Yeah.
And we need to evolve. The younger generation, our future generation, will step up and move toward that direction. There was a time in this country, there was slavery right here. Because there was heroes, there was people that ended it. We get to have that freedom of choice, freedom of speech. So many freedom that we have here that not that many countries out there has that. Unfortunately, part of me from Iran right now, and I'm looking and I'm just heartbroken seeing these little children, what's going on with them. It's just so funny. On a side note, as soon as I started making you painting, this whole thing happened, and I kind of will tell you more about it.
Yeah.
But here's what I want to say is, imagine that humanity live in a time that global peace is part of our reality.
Yeah.
This is part of that crescendo, is part of that vision that can, promotion is the only way that people start accepting a concept. And this, not only the art is a 19 years in the making, but we're going to create it as a monumental space that can actually future generations start looking at this. And what better than Irvine? Irvine is a city that is a part of all different walk of life. Right.
So diverse.
It's so diverse, and it's a rich country, and people live in harmony and peace.
Yeah.
Nobody go kill each other, and that's amazing. It's very safe. It's one of the top safest in the U.S. So why not the city of Irvine or Orange County be the front runner of this cutting edge message? Because I really believe that no matter what, we have to evolve. With a click of a button, we can destroy the planet. So humanity has to adjust and evolve and mature enough, and peace is going to be part of this, our byproduct.
War has been so normalized with us, we see it on
Yes.
TV every day, and it just starts with each person wanting peace internally and then putting it onto the brothers, And
Yeah.
I remember I was like 18 years old, and I was kind of discussing on a dinner table, and they said, no, it's never going to happen. I said, well, look at Oprah Winfrey. There was slavery here, and one of the richest women, I remember that moment, and said, why don't you go do something about it? I said, maybe I should do something with it. And now we're here almost over 20 years.
It's amazing how it works like that too.
So now, speaking of that branch, I haven't forgot that yet.
Okay.
Now, the branch is over 64 paintings. About 13 of them is actually right there at display. Let's come and take a look at it. Running a business, an art business, and being an artist and creation, I'm kind of juggling with it.
Yeah.
So I'm just go with time permits, but I'm on it. I'm working on it, and it's something I learned a long time ago. A masterpiece, you cannot make a deadline.
Right. Yeah.
I learned it from a hard way. I thought I'd be done with it with two years. I was in my 20s, very ambitious.
Yeah.
Now we're on the 20th.
It's almost there though, and you can't rush these things. I get it.
I'm guessing, but in the next 6 months to a year, I'll definitely be done with it.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's not. The majority of it, 95% of it is done.
One thing that really excites me about it is the idea of, like, I love the Unity Center, but I love the idea even more of having these where you get the one staple, right? You have the Unity Center at the Great Park, but then you start having these pop up all throughout the world. Every country starts getting these, and it's like you're kind of because we are all connected.
Yes.
So you're connecting these, and it's like it eventually becomes a place throughout each country where it's like it's like a little network that you're creating. I love that idea.
You want to share that vision, honey?
Yeah, that's part of it is that ultimately, if you imagine how common it is right now, if we have an emergency, you call 911, right?
Yeah.
And you know that somebody's going to come and help. Imagine if these centers become like the 911 for peace, right? Or for any needs that somebody should have. If you're able to know that there's this place that I can go to, that if I need a resource, if my family loses their job and they need funding, etc., or food or shelter, or somebody's in trouble, that there's this place that people can go where they can actually receive those resources, so people aren't in that position. And that has a lot to do with our vision of being able to give half of the proceeds to charity and be able to actually use all of the funds that we're raising through this project to put right back into the community to keep giving and expanding. So we have a really big vision for what we can do in these centers.
I love it. Yeah, no, and I didn't even know that it went that far. So it's like, I mean, this is the potential for this is unlimited. It's really just like we got to step up. We got to step up as humans and start working towards this. And I love that this is one step towards that path.
Absolutely. And as we keep taking these steps, the centers, that only became part of the vision a few years ago. And so the more that we continue going down this process and exploring this idea of unity and peace and having more and more collaborators and communities on board. We're just going to keep brainstorming, and it's just the sky's the limit, right?
Yeah. God's hearing you, and He's going to be using His hand.
Amen. It is a divine project. I'm just being an instrument. When you look at this branch, it's the story, this dove and the olive branch is the story of Noah. There was a big storm, they got the boat, everybody got in, and they were looking for, after the storm was over, you guys know the story probably. Yeah, and then so give us a sign, is there a line? Is there land? And he takes one of the dove and throw it. After 40 days, it comes back with olive branch. And since then, it's been called as a peace symbol. That's what the peace dove and the olive branch is coming from. It's an ancient peace painting and peace sign. The painting is 40 of them. The olive branch right here ended up being 40 pieces. And technically 64 because some of the overlap on the other painting, but it is 40. And some people say, hey, you remind me of Noah, blind faith. I just knew that I need to build this ark. That's all I know. I don't know what the next step is. And I'm looking right now for other people to support if we can finish this monolith. And the rest of it, I don't know. The divine will just, guide us what it's meant to be. But are we in the middle of a storm right now? Have we been for thousands of years in the middle of a storm? On this topic, yes. Unfortunately, yes. It's time to really launch and evolve and mature to a new version of spiritual human beings. So we can recognize we are one family, no matter what. There was a time people, family was killing each other in the history. But right now, you just don't do that. There's enough compassion that no matter how much disagreement there is between family members, they just don't grab a knife and just poke each other. They just don't do that. It's time for countries to recognize it's just violence is not acceptable. There's always a way of dialogue, diplomatic way of finding a win-win scenario to be where everybody can coexist.
I love it. Well, I'm super thrilled to see where this is going to go. The vision continues to change, which I love, because it's, when you have that guiding force, it's like you're taking one step at a time. And you have a great team here. It's wonderful to have met you guys. We'll see what we can do. We're going to push hard to get this at the Great Park. That's one step, and then hopefully this will be around the entire world.
Yes, absolutely. The painting right here, these are one of the last paintings. This is called The Source. All these 7 color rainbow faces is circulating around infinite love. I ended up calling this Source. This is 1998 painting. This is 1999 painting. It's called Return to Source. The black holes and all these galaxies, that's where the inspiration was coming from. That is the I, one and only I. All these are the originals.
So I had come in here a few weeks ago, and I had never heard of what you were doing, but it was actually a friend had a dream of us meeting. So
that was incredible.
Yeah, so I figured, what, let's go check it out. And I saw this masterpiece, and we got to talking, and I know you decided to go ahead and create one for me. So let's
I got the goosebump right there. I'm getting it right now too. After I give the presentation, you just kind of say, okay, all right, I want to commission art, and I really like the dove. And why don't you do it like a black and white? And then we started talking about that. And after, we kind of started to move forward, Parisa, your friend, she said, I haven't talked to Brian for almost 2 years.
It's been a long time.
I had a dream about him, Ehsan, and I just knew that I needed to bring him over here. It's just incredible. And so we created the art, we did the sketch. Are you ready to see it?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Let's look at it. Are you guys ready?
Oh, that's amazing. This is beautiful. This is like, it's better than I imagined. Like, right. I know when we were going through it, and because we originally kind of designed this on the computer,
yes.
But it's just seeing the texture, and you've got almost like the yin and yang feeling, the infinity, and I don't know if you can catch this in the camera, but the texture on here and all the different designs, it's amazing. It's
Yeah. I ended up calling this towards the light.
Yeah.
Toward the light. Moving from dark to brightness.
Yeah.
And as soon as I started touching on this brush, all the revolution, or if you want to call all the demonstration in Iran started happening, all this dark stuff that is going on with human rights and everything. And I just like, wow, no wonder, maybe there was a reason why she had a dream, and or I wouldn't even brush this, I wouldn't even touch this, so create this. So there is some connection going on. I mean, we all connect in one way. This is just my way of looking at this.